Hi everyone! So this week we are going to make some tinfoil fish and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm here in my craft room today and I love making things. I love making cards for people. I love all sorts of different things I love doing, and I thought it'd be really fun if I made a little video to show you how to make one of these, a tinfoil fish. Now it's really easy and you can make it using things that you already have in your house, okay? So what we need to make it is a cardboard box. You already have lots of these, I know, from your recycling challenge. I'm just using a Weetabix box that we've already eaten everything out of it. You will also need some tinfoil, okay? Just tinfoil. You'll need some glue. You will need some scissors, or even better, get somebody at home to help you with the cutting out, because cutting out a cardboard box can be quite tricky sometimes. And you will also need some markers. Now I found that you need permanent markers like a Sharpie, okay? My felt tip pens didn't really work, so I'm having to use permanent markers on the tinfoil. And as well as that, you might also want a googly eye if you have one, but if you don't, that's okay. You could draw one on, or you could even make one using cardboard. So the first thing we need to do is we need to cut a piece out of our cardboard box. Now, I've already made one tinfoil fish, and you can see that it is quite big. I cut a big section out of my cardboard box. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, I've got my piece of cardboard, and the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get a black marker pen, or any colour, it doesn't really matter, and I'm going to draw the shape of a fish on my piece of cardboard. And I'm going to move my screen down a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing too. Okay, so I've got my pen and I'm going to draw a shape of a fish. Now you could try this, or if you're not sure how to draw a fish, you could get someone at home to help you. But it's really easy. I'm just going to draw up here, down, up again, and back round. And that gives me my outline for cutting my fish out. So I've got my scissors. Again, you should be able to do this, but you can always get someone at home to help you if you're finding it a bit hard. Now, I'm not too sure about the line I've drawn, so I'm actually cutting a bit around the line, but it gives me a rough outline of where I'm going anyway. Okay, and now we have the outline for our fish. So the next thing I need is some tinfoil. You don't need too much, you just need enough to cover all your fish and go round the back. So I've maybe got a little bit too much here, but that's okay, it won't really matter. Move that out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use some glue. Doesn't matter, you can use Pritt Stick, you can use PVA glue, whatever you have at home, it won't make a difference. And I'm just going to put some on my fish. So I don't need to cover it completely. I just need enough for the tinfoil to stick. And it's nearly better if you use less glue, because the more glue you use, the longer it will take to dry. Okay, so my fish is all covered with glue, and I'm going to put my tinfoil on. Now, make sure there's a dull side and a shiny side. Make sure you put the dull side onto your glue so that the shiny side is facing up. And I'm just going to squeeze that all down. And I'm going to turn my fish over. All turned over. And now I'm ready to fold it all in. Now I do think my tinfoil is a bit big, but that's okay. I'm going to take my glue again, and this time I'm not going to cover all my fish. I'm just gonna do a little bit around the edge, just so that the tinfoil sticks a little bit. But you don't need it all over your fish this time. Okay, and then I'm just going to start to fold my tinfoil all in. You might need to cut up a little bit, like this, just at your tail, okay, so that it folds properly. And I'm cutting some of mine out because I know I've way too much. Okay, once my tinfoil is pretty much all folded in, I'm going to turn it back over and I'm just going to squidge it down so that all the tinfoil at the back gets flat. And now you've got your tinfoil fish and you're ready to decorate it. Now remember, if you have permanent markers at home, use those because normal markers don't really work. I also found that darker or stronger colours work best, okay? So if you have stronger colours, they work better than the lighter colours. So I'm just going to start to decorate my fish and I'm going to do some scales this time. If you don't have Sharpies or permanent markers at home, you could cut some shapes out of coloured paper, or you could colour in some plain paper and make your own. Just because you don't have permanent markers, you can still do this. I think it would look amazing with coloured paper instead of the markers. So don't worry if you don't have them at home, because I know not everyone will have a whole collection of Sharpies. So I'm just using the pink and purples because they're nice and strong and I can see them really well. And I am drawing on some scales to my tinfoil fish. And now I've got all my scales drawn on. Not sure how well you can see that in the light, but there we go. And all I have to do now is glue on my little googly eye. Again, you don't need very much glue, just a little tiny bit. I'm going to put my glue on my fish instead of my googly eye, because googly eyes are very fiddly sometimes, aren't they? So I'm just going to stick that down. There we go. Leave that to dry. You might want to draw a little mouth on your fish as well. I did on my last one, but I'm going to leave a little mouth off this one, I think. So here we go. Here is my little fish. If you make a fish, why don't you send it to me on Seesaw? I would love to see your tinfoil fish as well. See you soon. Bye.